Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while since we last worked on Angus, and today we're going to do some work on Angus. So I'll show you the car and let you see where we're up to. We're also filming in the new garage. The garage has been completely overhauled. It's had a new roof, it's been painted inside and out, and it's also been completely rewired. And I'd like to thank Kev, that's the guy that's got the 1961 build. If you jump over to his playlist, you'll see it in this channel. I'd like to thank Kev for his help and support for the work and help really that he's given me over the last year. He's been a really top bloke, and I can't thank him enough really. He's been really supportive, he's been a really good mate. He's an absolute gem. Anyway, welcome if you're a new subscriber to the channel. I really appreciate your support. Also, the guys over at that are giving me support on Buy Me a Coffee and the Patreon, thank you very much guys, much appreciated. As you know, there's special videos for yous on the feeds, so remember to keep up to date with them. So, what we're going to be doing today to Angus, I'm getting confused with all the cars now. Today we're going to be cleaning up the bulkhead, more or less the same as what Kev's been doing on Rusty, the 1961 Morris Mini. I haven't touched Angus for what? Nearly 2 years. I did a little bit of work on this last year, but other than that I haven't touched it. So today's video, I'm going to clean up the bulkhead and hopefully get it into some sort of primer. It's been quite a while. I'd like to get the front of the car back on, you know. I've still got the boot floor to do, the quarter panels, the bins and all that razzmatazz. I've still got all that to do, but like I say, I'd like to concentrate on putting a face on the car. I know that if I can get a face on the car, it's going to give me the motivation and inspiration to crack on with it. I don't have any of the panels at the moment for the car. I've actually got I've got a driver's side wing heritage for the car, but I've decided I'm not going to be using heritage. I like the fact it's down to the money, and also the Magnum wings that I'm going to be using, I believe, are a better fit. So the car's now going to have a Magnum front end. It was originally going to have a Heritage front end, but it's now going to have a Magnum front end. The only Heritage parts on the car is that I've fitted is the inner wing, this support panel, and a scuttle. You know, so that's the only Heritage parts that the car's going to have on the front. So I've waffled enough. I'll put the camera up in a position and we'll have a quick run over this with the wire brush. Right, that's me ready to crack on. Got a full face visor this time after having a nasty accident last year with the grinder, and the old muffs. So let's crack on. stopped for a wee cup of tea and a bit of cake. This is quite hard going, by the way. I'll need to take the bonnet hinges off. And what I also had to do is change grinders. I'm running the 110 grinder at the moment because this one I think it's ready to explode. Doesn't feel balanced, and I think it's spinning a little bit too fast. So I've switched over to the 110, and that's my Mk3 grinder. So yeah, have a quick cup of tea, let the dust in here settle a bit. I should really have my dust mask on, but putting that on as well, you can't get your face in that visor with the dust mask on, and it steams it up as well. So yeah, maybe open the door a little bit and let this dust out. So quick cup of tea and then we'll crack on again. As you've seen there, I've given the bulkhead majority of it a clean with the wire attachment on the grinder. This corner in here, it's fully black tar, quite excessive, and it's quite hard to get, so I've used the old blow lamp on it and melted most of it and then scraped it up. I mean, I haven't went daft, I don't want to buckle or warp the panels. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll just get into that with some little brushes, wire brushes and what have you, some thinners as well. We'll try and get that back to being clean so that we can then paint it and then re-seam seal it. But it was like a black tar that's on that, so that must have been what they used in the factory, because that doesn't look like it's been disturbed in its time. And it's the same along here. That was all like a black tarry stuff that's came off the seam sealer that was along here. So one thing's for sure, it's protected the joint anyway. We need to try and do something with this to get this to not be as pitted. Maybe try the flap disc on that, just take a little sliver off it. Let's see. Off camera, I've given the bulkhead more of a clean up. I've managed to get rid of the under seal tar, whatever it was that was in that corner. I used a screwdriver, scraped some of it out. I even used a blowtorch on it to melt it, to help scrape it out with the screwdriver. I didn't get it too hot, obviously. And used brake cleaner, scotch pads, sandpaper, the roll-lock, and got all that tar out. Still got little bits to do. I'll do that just now. I'll do that next with the finger sander. And I'll stick that on the airline. I also used the conical brush on the drill just to help get into little nooks and crannies. And I've started flap discing the cross member here up, just to try and make it look a little bit more presentable. It is still quite heavily pitted in that corner, so maybe try and do a little more on that. I've straightened out the bracket for the brake pipe and the clutch pipe. There is a little bit of rust behind it. I have tried to get into it, but I'll just treat that with some rust treatment. Just put a little doddy tiger seal around it. That should hopefully seal it in. I know you can buy new brackets, but what's the point? I've given on the firewall here, I've given that a little clean up from when I was last working on it. There's a little nib up there. I'm going to catch that with the finger sander and make that nice and tidy. From here down is going to be stone chipped, so I really don't need to be too fussy with that, as long as it's not rust. That's what counts. So yeah, I'll just bash on with that and finish off just cleaning up the little bits and bobs, and then we'll come back once I've done that. Right, that's the engine bay and bulkhead. That's as far as I'm really going to take it. What I'll do now is I'll give this area here a little scuff up with some sandpaper and panel wipe it, then rust treat it, and then paint it. Just give it a coat of primer. That way that's done, and then I don't need to worry about that now, and then I'll be able to get the scuttle on at a later date. Not too far away though. So yeah, that's as far as I'm really going to take it under here. I mean, it's made it, it's 43 years old now, this car. So it's made it to 43. So me making the metal absolutely bare shiny, I don't think that's going to make much difference anyway. So what I'll do is I'll get that sanded back, and then we'll get the rust treatment on it. This is the rust treatment that I'm going to use on the car. Previously I was using Genelite, but Genelite is pish. Kept turning white, wasn't nice to work with, and I don't think I was doing anything wrong, but I certainly wasn't impressed with Genelite. And a lot of people that I spoke to obviously said the same, that it was shit. So, on recommendations, fat can. We'll give this a try. I've already popped some into a little tub, so we'll get that painted on the bulkhead. Right, I've got a little drop in this tub, so we'll get this splashed on, and once it's dried, we'll get it primed. That's the vat can painted on, and I'll need to obviously let it dry up. The garage isn't too cold, the heater's been on all day, so it's actually a really nice temperature in here just now. So with a bit of luck, by the time I come back after having my tea, this will be ready to get into primer, and then we'll be able to wrap it up at that. So yeah, very pleased with how it's turning out, and hopefully the rest of the restorations is pleasing as this. Anyway, we'll let this dry up, and we'll come back once it's dried up. That's me had my tea, and the heater's been under the car for about 2 hours now, I would say. Yeah, that's nice and warm to the touch. I've filled in the holes purely just to stop the overspray going right into the car. I will get some overspray in it because it's no windows, but that'll all help anyway. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll move the heater, and we'll get the first coat of paint on it. Well, the first coat of primer anyway. That's it. The paint's on it. Well, the zinc primer anyway. I'm I'm very happy with how it's turned out, and it's been quite enjoyable today working on Angus once again. It's been a while, and I'm really wanting to get this car back on the road. 2020 was obviously taken up with Annie, and she's now on the road, which I'm really happy about, and now he's the priority. So what's next? Scuttle. So the next video will be the scuttle going on. I'll need to speak to Kevin, my mate, and see if I can talk nicely to him, and he'll let me borrow his spot welder, and I can spot weld the scuttle on. So that's what's to happen next. I've also still got to order up the front wings, front panel, and A panels and what have you. So that will probably get done in my February wage. I'm still trying to recover after Christmas, and I've got car insurance as well coming up for the modern cars. I've just had the MOTs on them, so it's been quite a financially draining month. So yeah, it'll probably be in February's wage before I buy the panels for the car. So guys, once again, if you have made it this far, thanks for watching. Also, if you're new to the channel, remember and hit that subscribe button, and welcome along. It's a pleasure having you. If you've liked what you've seen in this video, or the channel for that matter, if you jump into the description, I've got a little buy me a coffee thing. So if you like what you've seen, feel free to buy me a coffee, because every little donation does help with the running of the channel. Anyway guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.